Hey folks, hope everybody's having a great day, great week. I decided to go ahead and do a mail day video a little earlier this week because I just have so much of it right now, and I think I'm getting in a good bit more in the next couple of days. And actually next week, I know I have a PSA shipment, just a small delivery that should be here on Saturday. And then if things work out well, I should have my BGS submission, or a BGS submission, back next week, and a PSA bulk order back in the next week or so. It's been in QA2, which is the final stage, for a little over a week. So hopefully that'll ship out in the next couple of days. The BGS submission is the one where I did the subgrades about a month and a half ago. On the BGS website, I emailed my BGS account rep and said, can you give me a status update on this, because it was received per the website on March 19th, and the website says it should have been completed April 3rd. I understand with the COVID-19 stuff, it's taking some time, but now we're on like business day 30. So can I get an update? And she said, well, I don't know the status right now. And then that afternoon, it showed up that it's nearing completion. So hopefully that'll ship out in the next couple of days. BGS Beckett's only a couple of hours from here, so it takes like a day to get to me. But yeah, I decided to go ahead and show you some mail I got this week. I'm saving my favorite. It's off camera, you can't see it right now, and I'll show you that at the end. I'm gonna start here on the left. Most of this actually, I think, came from Blowout board members. So first thing here is I purchased 2 card lots from one guy. They were Shohei Ohtani and Tyler O'Neill. I just got the Tyler O'Neill because they were super cheap. But I got 15 2018 update Shohei Ohtanis for $75, so $4 per card. He had stated in his listing, he didn't have pictures of these, but he stated in his listing that he kept out the Soto, Glaber, and Acuñas and sent some of those off for grading, and he got a black label Soto and a black label Glaber. These are from some cases that he opened a little while back. So I have gone through, I have opened these up, and I just stuck them back in the team bags. But there are several that I'm sure would get a PSA 10, which makes a lot more than worth it. So excited to pick those up. From another Blowout member, I got this little Wander Franco lot, and I think I paid $70 for it. The Chrome I don't think will 10, but I do think the Mega will. And so that makes that a lot worth it. Next up, there was a guy that had a bunch of cards for sale on a thread, and these were the 3 I claimed. And then somehow in the private messages, it came up that he had a couple of other cards that I might be interested in. These are Chrome Refractor, Mackenzie Gores. So he sent me pictures of a couple more cards, and I decided to buy those. And I might have traded towards them. No, I think I just purchased them outright. But one of them was this 2019 Topps Gold Eloy. I think it's a solid 9 candidate. Has a little bit of chipping on the side, on the right side. And the next one was this Sam Hilliard 2018 Chrome Gold Auto out of 50. I think he might be a sleeper contender this year, sort of the Austin Meadows of his class. Maybe, who knows. This Lux I picked up for, I can't even remember, 200 maybe? It's a really clean card. It's going to go off to BGS. I think it's a solid candidate for a 9.5 with a 10 on the auto. Then I took part in a trade. I traded 1 card for 2 from a guy on Blowout. The first card I picked up was this Gleyber Torres Series 2 short print card. I think it's a 9. He thought in his messages back and forth it might be a 10 candidate, and he had a lot of graded cards, but once I got it, the upper left corner is a little weak, and also on the back, so it's not just a front corner thing, it's a complete corner. So I think it is a solid 9 candidate. I don't know what I'll probably hold on to it for a little while. I was more excited about this next one though. A 2019 Heritage Black Refractor Keston Hiura PSA 10. These I think the buy it now prices on these are around 400 or above, 400 to 500. The trade value he gave on it was $350, which I thought was fair. So I was happy to pick that up. Next off, there was a guy in Canada through the Blowout forums who had a thread for Blue Jays cards, and one of them he had several Lourdes Gurriel 2017 Chrome autos, but he didn't post the pictures in his thread. He posted a link to his Flickr page and said the cards can be found here. And as I looked through his Flickr page, there was a 2017 Chrome Gurriel Auto black label, so pristine 10 with 10 subgrades all around. And I asked him, it wasn't one that he mentioned in the sales thread, so I asked him, just out of curiosity, were you to sell that black label card, what would you ask? And he came back, his response was something like, the Update Gurriel Black 67, I would let go for $150. And I responded with, well, that's not the one I was asking about, but I'll take it for $150. So I picked up this Lourdes Gurriel 10, and it's actually a really weak 10. This must have been sent in before the past few months, because it has a little bit of a weak corner right here. And I think were you to send this in right now, as stringent as they seem to have gotten at PSA the past couple of months, this would have been like an 8. But I was happy to pick that up, and you're actually going to see, I'll tell you right now, I totally forgot that I had purchased this from him, because this was a few weeks ago that I ordered it. It just took a long time to get here. I ordered I won another Lourdes Gurriel Black from eBay recently that should be here. Actually, it might be coming this afternoon. But apparently I'm collecting Lourdes Gurriel stuff. I've been searching through my boxes the past couple of weeks to pull out bulk order submission candidates for when PSA does open up to receiving bulk orders again. And I have a ton of Lourdes Gurriel stuff. From Blowout forums, again, I got this 3-card lot of Bo Bichette, almost said Dante. The 9 I picked up thinking I might be able to cross over to a 9.5/10 on Beckett. It does have a pretty strong signature. I thought the only thing that was probably keeping it from a 10 on the PSA was the centering, because it is pretty off-centered. But once I got it, I noticed there is the faintest of dimples somewhere around here. I can't see it right now. Somewhere up here, there's a little dimple. So I think that would probably keep it in the BGS 9 case. So I'm just going to keep it in the PSA 9. I believe this Bichette, this yellow update, or not update, Walgreens yellow Bichette, I think will probably gem. I questioned it at first, but I looped this corner up here. It looked kind of weak to me, but I looped it, and it actually looks pretty good under loop. So I think that might gem. And then I got this Chrome, which will go up to PSA. I think it's probably a 10, as a lot of times on the back of these 2016 Chrome cards, you get some chipping, even though the front looks really good. But this is nice all the way around. From another Blowout guy, and I'll probably resell both of these just because they're not slab candidates for me, I don't think. Picked up this Royce Lewis. He had a picture, or I had requested a photo of it, and he sent me a photo, and it looked good, but on closer inspection, once I got it, this corner, and let me see if I have my loop. This might not work, but we're going to test it out. Where is the camera? Let's see here. Oh, almost. You can sort of tell, not really, that that's a weak corner. Sorry for that shakiness. Anyways, I think that's probably a solid 9. But it's not really worth it to me to get graded as a 9, so I'll probably just throw it back on eBay at some point and say, I'll put good photos and say this is probably a mint card, probably will not gem, something like that. And I'll put a disclaimer up there. Same thing with this Custom Hero SP. It's got a little chipping around this edge, so I think it's probably at best a 9, maybe an 8.5. I got this from eBay. This was an auction win. With shipping, handling, tax, everything, it was like $105, I think. Nice Arias gold. The golds from, actually the gold cards in general are really hard to find in Gem Mint 10. If you're, they're just very difficult to find. You often get a weak corner. This was part of a trade that I made, the person from Blowout purchased some cards from me, and I noticed that I think it was a woman, she had on her eBay listings this card. And I said, well, I'll give you these cards for this price if you'll throw in the Devers. She said, okay. It's probably a near mint 8. It's got a weak corner right there. Maybe an 8.5. But I really like the purple sets. I sort of correlate them to the Target red sets of the update stuff, just in scarcity. The Meijer and Toys R Us to me are the same as sort of like the Target reds, and then the update yellows are sort of like the Walmart blues when I think about it. So that's nice. I got this from a guy on Blowout, and I was a little hesitant at first to purchase it because the guy had 0 feedback. But I looked through, and he didn't have a lot of comments, a lot of posts on the forum. But I did look back through the posts that he had made, and there was one maybe 3 or 4 months ago where he had included this card in a photo of things he picked up. So I knew he did probably have it, but it's a really clean card. It's actually my first Ohtani auto. And I'm not typically a fan of the purple parallels, aside from Toys R Us and Meijer. But I do think that the red jersey and hat on the purple background just really pops. So it's a really nice looking card to me. And that is definitely going to go off to BGS. I just sent a BGS order off. It was a 5 or 6 card order. When I get this order back that I've sent in like a month and a half ago, I'll probably go ahead and send off another order of 5 or 6, and that'll go in that. I got this as a buy it now from eBay, $99.99, which was interesting to me because highly rated seller, had several thousand feedback, maybe tens of thousands of feedback. But these were selling, or are selling, via auction style for about $125, $130. Peyton Burdick blue, very strong signature. It's a very nice card all around. That will also be going off to BGS. I really like, of all the autographs, the autograph parallels from Bowman, I think blue is my favorite just because they tend to always use a blue pen, and it just really pops against the blue background. I just love the look at it, and it's more affordable than like a gold or an orange or something like that. So it's just a nice card. I like the blues. This lot I got from Blowout. The guy had listed 15 of these Mookie Betts US 26s and a bunch of the rookie debuts. And he said he would entertain purchases or trades, and so I messaged him and said I will buy a few or outright, or I could do a trade for all of them, a trade and cash for all of them. And he responded with, a guy just bought all 15 of them, but I have a few more that I'd set aside for PSA that I'll sell you if you want for the same price. I said, yeah, I appreciate that, thanks. So he sold me these. I think of the 3, this one is the only PSA 10 candidate because of centering. Centering's a little off top to bottom on these other 2. But I got them for $25 a piece. So this and the PSA 10 would be a $125, $150 card. And these are probably worth to get graded in a 9 anyway, so I'll probably go ahead and send those off my next bulk submission to PSA. Then this card, I don't like jersey cards. I hate jersey cards. I love patch cards, especially if it's a nice patch like this. I like Freddie Freeman. I think he's an underrated first baseman. I've talked to him a couple of times. He seemed like a really nice guy. But I just really like to look at this card. It's numbered out of 10. I paid $25 for this. It did come in a top loader, so I took it out and stuck it in this one touch, and I did touch the patch. So it's just a really nice looking card. It's going to go in the PC. My favorite card, though, that I picked up this week, and I love it so much. Definitely PC card. It came in a one touch that was a little too thick for it, so I put it in a clean one touch. I put it in this perfect fit, not perfect fit anymore, superior fit sleeve, and it just pops for me. It's this Ted Williams 2004 Leaf Certified Fabric of the Game. It's from a game used jacket that he wore, and it is numbered 1 of 1. I love Teddy Ballgame, and I will tell you, I touched it. I went to town on that. I touched it all over, and it was so nice. But I love the look of the card. I don't have any desire to get it graded. I don't think it needs to be graded. I don't plan on moving it anytime soon. I just plan on looking at it every now and again. So beautiful, beautiful card. I love a good patch. So that is it for my mail pickups from, I think, last Saturday to Wednesday, because today's Thursday, I haven't gotten today's mail yet. But just a very nice card. I love it so much. All right, folks, I hope you all have a great day, a great weekend. I hope to have, I'll definitely have another mail day next week. I might have a box to open. I have a couple of boxes I've been wanting to break open. And I should have one, if not 2 or 3 submissions, which I probably won't do all next week. I'll probably upload 1, maybe 2 of those next week if it gets here, and then save 1 for the following week. But everybody, hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.